Hi guys, welcome back to part 2 of making this umbrella dress I designed. In part 1, I showed you how I created this tube that I later attached to my dress form and stuffed to help support the foam padding that I'll be using to create this new shape for my dress form. To start, I'm taking a curved needle and thread. Then I'm going to check exactly where I want the foam to be positioned before I start attaching it to the mesh. As I go along, I'm just cutting different sizes of foam that allow for me to mold it into a more rounder shape that I'm going for, and then attaching it by stitching it onto the mesh and the other pieces of foam. The gap that you see in the foam will later be filled with another piece of foam that I cut out. Now we're removing excess foam so that way it's closer to our desired length. And as I mentioned, we're now going to start cutting out a triangular piece to fit into those gaps and just sew it on. Once I got the desired shape that I wanted, I moved on to cutting a strip of batting to help smooth out that transition from the waist to hip. Then I cut a piece of batting large enough to cover side seam to side seam on the front half of my dress form, and then I started stitching a side seam line and cutting the excess batting off. For the back side, I did the same technique I used for the front by stretching the batting over and then attaching it by the side seam. Then lastly, finishing off by stitching the edge of the batting to the back side of the foam to create a smooth, defined edge. If you'd like to continue to see more of this process, be sure to follow. I'll be posting part 3 soon, where I'll show you how I use painter's tape to further smooth out the dress form and also mark my style lines. Thanks for watching. Bye.